brilliant question. And I suppose comparison of performance is really kind of every investor's day-to-day job. And you need to work out, are you getting a good return on the investments you've made? There are different ways to, I suppose, assess the performance of the return you're getting. One of the sort of the best ways to start is by looking at whether or not your investments are beating a kind of a benchmark. Now, you might choose inflation as a benchmark. Are the investments you are making beating what is available in cash? You might start to choose other benchmarks. For example, is it beating the UK market? Is it beating the US market? Is it beating an aggregate or a blend of the world market? What you need to do is kind of work out how well your investments are doing in relation to other possible investments out there. There is no one return figure that is right. It is all kind of a compromise in terms of what you are investing in versus what's available elsewhere. And what the kind of the magic goal is to get the maximum amount of return for the minimum amount of risk. And you may, as an investor, determine, actually, I'm comfortable with this level of return for a lower level of risk. Yes, I might get a higher return with that level of risk, but I'm not comfortable taking on a portfolio that has that amount of risk in it. So what you need to do is work out, how much risk you're prepared to take and what an acceptable level of return is. Of course, there's going to be comparisons with how other investments or how the markets are performing, and that is an important part of assessing your portfolio. But what you want to do is make sure that the return you're getting is appropriate for the amount of risk you're taking. And again, your investment advisor or financial professional you're working with can kind of give you a good steer as to really what the return you're getting is based on the amount of risk you have. And then you have a way to assess what you're doing against other options out there.